If you've been enjoying some of the cool underwater shots that have been involved in this year's show, we call it outdoor immersion. We want you to see the sport of fishing from every single angle. Where does that footage come from? Well, all the amazing footage on this show is put together by our incredible production team. But the majority of the underwater shots are actually shot by me. You see, I have an addiction. I'm obsessed with swimming with the fish. It's literally got to the point that some days I'd rather swim with them than actually catch them. I know, it's a sickness, but the good news is, my addiction adds a very cool perspective to every single episode. On this week's episode, we had smallmouth in all different stages. We had smallmouth that were pre-spawn and just cruising the shallows. We had a few smallmouth that were locked on beds, and we even had smallmouth that had already spawned and were now guarding their fry. Even with smallmouth in so many different stages, they all had one thing in common. They're almost always inquisitive. Not all fish are like that. Believe it or not, the toughest fish I've tried to shoot underwater because they're super spooky is a pike or a muskie. So much for that big bad reputation. But that's another reason I love smallmouth. They are the coolest fish to swim with. You learn so much from them. How they're acting, where they're holding, what they do when they think nobody's watching. But sometimes, they're watching me. I've had smallmouth follow me. I've had smallmouth react to me snapping my fingers or banging rocks together. I've even had a few very special smallmouth literally eat out of my hand. If you ask me, the underwater world is a limitless realm of angler education. Not just that, but it's also my happy place. Maybe I'm a weirdo, but for me, swimming with the fishes is therapy. When I get down there, everything just feels right. I hear a lot of people explain that feeling they get when they spend time in a tree stand. It's the exact same thing. It's our opportunity to immerse ourselves in a world that we don't normally get to see, and truly learn by connecting with nature. So the good news is, if you're a fan of the underwater footage you've seen so far this year, we're just getting started. We've even more cool stuff coming this season and in future seasons as we continue to learn together through outdoor immersion. Oh yeah, one other thing. Before we get some complaints, no fish, beds, or habitat was messed with during this. I just observe nature. I don't overtake it.